In my last video, I explained how to keep the dust out of your trailer or your RV as you're going down a dirt road so that you don't get dust all over your interior. From all the comments I got, I don't think I explained well enough, so this is part 2. If that was your trailer going down this dirt road, you'd end up with a filthy, dirty trailer inside unless you pressurize the inside. Of the people who commented, about half of them understood, and about the other half had a lot of good questions. I could tell that I didn't explain it quite well enough. One thing I don't need to explain is it's not very nice to get to your campsite and find your bedding and everything all dusty. And that's happened to me many times. If you haven't watched the previous video, I'll put a link below, and please click on that and watch it first, because it'll explain in better detail. What I'm going to do right here is just kind of add some things in. I'm going to go over the basics a little bit and then add some things in to hopefully help you understand a little better. Basically, when you travel down the road with your trailer and you're going down that dirt road, the trailer actually forms a vacuum inside. It's like, let's say this is your trailer. This is a 8x26 travel trailer, or it's a 6x10 cargo trailer. It doesn't matter. When you go down the road and the air is going around the outside of your trailer, a principle called, an effect called the Bernoulli principle makes high pressure on the outside, which means there's low pressure on the inside. Now, if all we had to do was screw down the cap and seal it all up, we'd be fine. But unfortunately, that's not the way it is. Instead, what we have to deal with is all the leaky weather stripping around the doors, around the windows, and basically all that leakiness is letting the dust seep in. Remember, it's low pressure on the inside, so the high pressure on the outside is trying to get in, and it's pushing all that dust in as we go down a dirt road. So the idea is you want to force air in and create high pressure inside the trailer so that dust can't get sucked in. A couple of people commented, they said, why can't I just leave a window open so that it's not low pressure inside? Well, partially that's true, except for now you've got all that dust that's around your trailer just kind of filtering in through the window or windows, and that won't keep the dust out at all. I first noticed those type of vents on horse trailers here in Montana, and I thought, well, they're obviously to push air in for those horses, you know, to give them some as they're going down the road. So I thought, why wouldn't that work on a travel trailer? At the time I had a 14-foot camp trailer, just the typical old, I don't know, it was just an old, I think it was an old Nomad or something. And I put one on the side of that, up forward, and it worked. I didn't get dust in the trailer. So I did that to another trailer, and that one was a 8x26 foot Dutchman. And I mounted it about 3 or 4 feet back on the top, and it worked again. And we didn't get any more dust. We did get dust in before I did that on both those trailers, a lot. But on both of those, we didn't get any dust in because it pressurized the inside. This trailer was a problem. This, I'm pointing at my cargo trailer here, sorry. Because of the V-nose, if you watch the previous video, you'll see that that vent where the factory installed it up there actually had low pressure in front of it because of all the wind off the front of that V-nose. All the wind off the front created a low pressure system in front of that vent, and it actually sucked air out. So instead of getting air forced in, it was creating more vacuum inside the trailer, and that's why I put that sheet metal scoop on the front of it. That cured it, and if you've got a cargo trailer like mine with a V-nose, they all come with that vent up on that upper rear, upper left corner, and if you just have a sheet metal shop or somebody, or make one up yourself, put a scoop on it like that, it'll actually start forcing air in. Once again, watch the previous video. because I actually videoed what happens with that. So in the previous video, I pointed out these type of air scoops right here. This one has been modified. I built this sheet metal on the top of it here to catch the wind coming off the V-nose of this trailer. And there's a lot of wind that's coming off the V-nose of a trailer. This is forcing air inside my trailer and pressurizing the inside. In fact, it works so well that I had to block off part of it with some silicone caulking. I left the lower part open here because it was working so well that I was getting too much wind inside. Basically, that dust is coming off your tires, and that dust cloud is starting out low down by your rear tires here, and it's angling up to the back of your trailer. So the dust is fairly low in the front of your trailer and fairly high in the back. And then in the back, it's doing this because your trailer also creates a vacuum in the air as you're going down the road, and the air goes around it and then does this at the back, and most of the dust is coming in through the back area of your outfit, no matter what it is. You have to take the air someplace high where it's above the dust. So you need an air scoop up high if you really want to do this. Now, a couple people mentioned, what about fantastic fans? And you know, that might work. They're on the roof and you can make the fantastic fan blow in. Some people, one person with a motorhome said they have two. Would that work? Yeah, I think it would. It would definitely help. In fact, I thought about it. Initially, I thought about some kind of a blower or something until I saw these vents. But yeah, you know, I think a fantastic fan or two up on top of the roof. You have to remember, before you go down a dirt road, stop, go turn them on, and then continue on down. Now, other people mentioned the kind of air scoops like trucks have, and they can either open up one way or open up the other way. Or now I don't know what I'm talking about because I haven't seen these, but they mentioned air scoops. Here's the one thing to keep in mind. Let's say you got an air scoop on the front, and it's set up so that it's gonna, I'm holding my hand according to this scoop, so it's gonna scoop wind in, right? Well, the difference may be that they won't keep the water out. These particular vents like this have a baffle in them so the rain can't get in. You can drive in heavy rain, which we have many times, not a drop of water goes inside, even though I've got that scoop up there. So the vent, remember, whatever vent you're looking at and thinking of trying to use, whatever kind of air scoop, rain can't go through it. Now, these things are cheap. I think you can buy a pair of them for like 15 bucks off of Amazon. And once again, I put the link in the last video. I'll put the link in this video for these scoops. They're not expensive, but they do work. But the thing is, remember, on the front of the cargo trailer like this, that V-nose stops the air from going in. If you've got a flat front trailer, like an International, which is just slightly rounded, it may work, although I think I'd mount it a little further back to get away from that nose effect. So what it all comes down to is, if the pressure inside your outfit is higher than the pressure outside your outfit, then the dust can't sneak in. You can seal up all those holes where the pipes are and everything, and you should, because the tighter your trailer is, the more effective having an air scoop or the fantastic fans are going to work for you. So seal up all the holes around your plumbing and around your electrical and around your doors. Replace your weather stripping as often as you can, and keep it nice and tight around your doors, around your windows, so that when you get to your campsite, your wife, your girlfriend, or even yourself is not going to be upset by what you see when you open the door and step inside. One problem I had was my damper. When I first installed this this vented propane stove, I started getting dust in the trailer again, and I couldn't figure it out. Well, the air pressure that I was bringing in through that vent, that's air scoop, was going right out the flue again. So what I had to do was put in a solid damper, not one that's got holes in it, but I actually had to make one up that was solid, so that when I close this off, it's closed. Now, I'm not worried about gassing myself out because this is a propane burner in here, and I know when this damper's not not open. And if it had a wood stove, it would smoke up in here immediately. The propane, we all have. I'm saying this because I know I'm going to get comments. I'm sorry, but I just know. Propane, we cook on propane that's not vented anyway. People use Mr. Buddy heaters or the Buddy heaters, and they're not vented at all. It's just an open propane burner. But so I'm not worried about it. So my point is, don't have anything in your trailer. If you've got a flue or maybe a vented range hood or something like that, you need to be able to close it off so you can pressurize the inside. And one last thing, just one, I promise. These scoops that I've put on in the past, this one and the ones that I've used on 2 previous travel trailers, they work best if I keep my speed up on those dirt roads by about 20 miles an hour at least. At 20 miles an hour, you're getting enough air into the trailer that seems to work pretty well, and that's been the rule of thumb for me for years now. Okay, I hope I explained enough. I hope I've gone over it enough. I hope you understand now exactly what the outcome should be and what you're trying to obtain here. So if you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I'm happy to answer and try to explain in more detail if I need to. I hope you come up with some good ideas to pressurize your own outfit and keep the dirt out. And if I helped you out, please like, share, and we need you to subscribe. We really do, to make this channel grow. And thanks a lot, and we'll see you around.